President of the European Central Bank, the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, Federal Reserve, top 50 CEOs of the world's most powerful corporations. And they're joined by the leading lights of the world mainstream media, Washington Post, New York Times, Time Magazine, Newsweek, The Economist, Wall Street Journal, which is one of the reasons, again, most people have never heard of the Bilderberg.
Estelin should know what he's talking about. He spent years researching the Bilderberg Group and following them too. Every year, when they meet in a different city, he's outside taking photos and taking down names.
Usually every 3 years they meet in the United States, and the rest of the time they meet in Europe. The hotels that they book, they're 5-star luxury hotels. The way it works is 120 people, they break into 6 groups of 20, and they look at each issue in the morning sessions from different perspectives. And then in the afternoon, each perspective reached by a group is discussed on a general level. And then a consensus is reached.
120 people control the world. 120 people. They're the ones hashing out the plans. But Daniel Estelin says it's a lot more complicated than that. The inner circle of the Bilderbergs has been around for centuries.
I'm telling you, about 50-60% of the participants have absolutely no idea that there's a very organized structure that goes back centuries.
When did it start?
I found that what's today called Bilderberg 800 years ago already existed. It was called the Venetian Black Nobility right after the Fourth Crusade.
Now, the majority of them already have great wealth. Am I correct in saying that?
Well, wealth is only as useful as the power you actually wield with it.
And if I believe Estelin, I've got to believe they've got bad intentions. Real bad.
It's to control the air, control the sun, control the people. You're talking about the control of absolutely everything on the planet. These are the people who actually control the purse strings. When you control the purse strings, you control the world.
Come in.
Estelin matched up dates with Bilderberg meetings. He said the group agreed on the date for the invasion of Iraq, set oil prices, caused the world economic crash. Heck, he claims that they even gave Barack Obama their blessing to run for president. And Obama and Hillary Clinton did attend the Bilderberg meeting in Virginia in 2008. Daniel, if the Bilderbergs are successful and they create this one world government type scenario, how does that affect John Q. Public, the everyday citizen?
When you have all these regions merging into one, you're going to have a world constitution, which is going to take precedence of American constitution.
So, Daniel, the Bilderbergs are out to destroy the sovereignty of the United States of America. We're like the last bastion left.
It's the last beacon of hope we have.
Taking our freedoms? I thought that was bad enough. But Estelin said it doesn't end there. We Americans aren't only too independent. The Bilderbergs think there's too many of us to control. So they want to start eliminating people. People like you and me.
Needless to say, the people who control the world, they don't need 7 billion people. They just need enough people to work the fields as they did 700 years ago. So in a society like the American society, if you actually have growth, if you actually have progress, you're creating something for future generations.
Which is what the Bilderbergs are trying to destroy.
Exactly.
Estelin gives Jesse Ventura more than enough to investigate. But he also leaves him with a warning.
Back in 1996, they tried to kill me when we exposed their plans to destroy Canada.
Wait, they tried to kill you? Someone attempted to murder you?
Absolutely. Obviously, I have to be very, very careful what I do and how I do things, and there's always concern for the family.
By the time the governor returns to home base, his conspiracy team has already begun checking the facts.
Okay, people, what do we got?
Well, there's one thing for sure, this Bilderberg group definitely exists.
And it's totally out in the open. The meetings aren't any secret.
No, but what goes on in the meetings is secret. And some big names attend.
We have some surveillance photos from some past Bilderberg meetings. Guys like David Rockefeller, Tim Geithner.
Geithner, isn't he the current Treasury Secretary?
Yep. Henry Kissinger and Henry Kravis. Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands. Vernon Jordan.
Isn't he Clinton's lawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.